What is up, guys? Welcome back to Coltown. Today we'll be talking about Battle Healer, the new card, and talking about the balance changes that are coming up. Make sure to expect this type of content in the future. When a new update comes out, I'm going to be reviewing mainly the balance changes or new cards and give you guys tips and tricks or what decks to use that card in, and my opinion of the new balance changes, what decks will be strong, etc. So I'm going to start off by reading it off. So balance changes: Elixir Golem hit speed is moving to 1.3 second hit speed for all forms. So previously, the Elixir Golem, so hit speed 1.3, and that is always for all forms. You can hear the and see Elixir Golemite and Elixir Blob 1.3. If we're to look at the live version, on the biggest form, it is 2 seconds. So the biggest form actually hits faster. The Golemites hit at 1.5. So it'll make the Golemites hit a little bit faster, and then it'll make the Blobs hit 0.3 seconds slower. So I don't think this is a buff. Okay, so the two biggest forms hit faster, but the little form hits 0.3 slower. The Blobs, the smallest form, is usually the form that gets the most hits. So this is an overall nerf, because usually the Blobs are the ones that do the damage. The Golemites sometimes, but the Golemites are only getting a 0.2 faster hit speed, but the Blobs, which are the majority of the damage, are getting a 0.3 slower hit speed. So overall, this should be a small nerf. That being said, it's only a very small nerf. Maybe when a Elixir Golem gets a tower, it ends up doing 200 less damage now, which is still a nerf, but it's not that huge of a nerf. It's not crazy at all. But it's not a buff. It's definitely not a buff, because the biggest form never gets a tower, and the mini ones are usually the ones that do the damage. So, but don't ignore a Golem, Elixir Golem, because I guess technically it could do more damage now if you just ignore it. But whoever ignored it, really, it was almost always going to take your tower if you ignored it. So, because it's usually supported because it's so cheap. So yeah, it's a small nerf, but the card's still going to be super good. And I'll talk about Battle Healer a little bit more afterwards. But it synergizes well with Battle Healer because of the healing. So yeah, it's still going to be very strong and annoying, which I kind of don't like, but we can't always have what we want, you know. So next up, Knight will be hit points will be increased 5%. And Knight's already solid, so anytime it gets a buff like this, it's pretty strong. Knight up to 1452. Well, previously Knight was 1382. So it has like 70 HP more, which is nice. I mean, it's going to survive that much longer tanking for things. Knight will definitely be good in control decks, so any deck where Knight is good, graveyard, log bait, you can definitely run Knight again. Valkyrie's still good though, and Battle Healer may be good in some spots where Knight is. Some decks, like a graveyard deck with Knight and Battle Healer, could be viable. So yeah, Knight definitely going to be a little bit stronger than it already is. 5% HP on a mini tank is always really good. Next up, Three Musketeers deploy time going from 3 second to 2 second. So how long it takes for them before they can move, going to 3 to 2. And then staggered time increased from 0.15 to 0.5 seconds. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys what that looks like. And then we'll also talk about Battle Healer. Yeah, here we go. So decks also that I think, it didn't really work in the giant minor deck that I went for. The decks that I think Battle Healer will work in are Three Musketeers, Graveyard, and maybe a Royal Hogs deck, because it works well with Royal Hogs, and maybe an Elixir Golem deck, because the heal works well with that. So right here, I'm going to try to set up a Battle Healer. She keeps herself healthy. Obviously, she can't heal Elixir Pumps, and she only heals around her when she hits things. Otherwise, she always has her passive heal. She has the hover in these examples, but something was wrong with the hover, and they actually won't be adding hover. I don't know if they will eventually decide to, but she'll actually, which I actually kind of think makes her stronger. You don't like the fact that she crosses the arena so fast, sort of. I don't even know if it's a good thing that she crosses the bridge. Same thing with Ghost. They're going to not have it go live. where she actually will continue to go through the bridge. But you can see there the Three Musketeers move faster once they're down, but they also don't get dropped all at the same time. So it's actually kind of hard to hit them. Like if you play them high, it'll be hard for your opponent to hit them with like a reactive fireball. I would say if you play them like in front of the King Tower, if you play them like super high, of course, you just wait until they all show up and then you throw the fireball. But they're purposely making it harder to NATO them all to one side. I would have to test the interactions. It may not even work that well anymore. Like maybe you'd have to be like super quick. I could see that going wrong a lot of the times now. But yeah, it's definitely a buff to 3M. It's hard to kill them with spells and with NATOs now, or to nail them all to one side. So 3M should be very viable, and 3M synergizes with Battle Healer really well. So I would say for sure, Battle Healer 3M is going to be a thing. I would say. I don't know if this exact deck I made would be great, but for sure. And what I found. So I thought Mini Horde would be pretty good, but overall I would say like Battle Healer on the 2M side is really nice because she's a tank that lives forever. Even if she can't get hits off, she's pretty tanky herself, and then she can heal the 2M. So to me, she felt really good in front of the 2M. Of course, you would need to know whether your opponent has like a P.E.K.K.A. or a Mega Knight, because then that would be too much value. But she felt really good to me, and it'll be seen, remain to be seen if you should go 3M decks without pump or with pump. So let's get a look at the 3M in slow motion. Or no, I'll do regular speed, but see, just a stagger. You don't have that much time. You can probably, yeah, you can definitely still NATO them to one side, but I don't know. It's just, it's a lot less to react. Like your opponents can't do it so easily now. It's a little bit difficult now. As you can see, she's so nice for like defending and then counter pushing with decent health. Like if you defend something low, she usually heals up by the time you end up going for another push. I almost lost this game, but I knew I was in a good position where he couldn't poison cycle, and so we ended up taking that. CWA played pretty well, but yeah, 3M definitely buffed. Battle Healer seems to me at like a 6 out of 10 strength is what I said in CWA's video. Also, check out CWA's video. We played these games. I didn't really like this deck. She doesn't really substitute Miner. She synergizes well with Minion Horde, but it only works in certain situations because your opponent has like ranged troops, or like he had Ice with NATO and Baby Drag NATO. Like I never was able to get a heal off because it has to hit something. So we all have to test Graveyard decks, but I think she should work in Graveyard as a mini tank, and she's good on defense, and she's really annoying because she's super tanky because of her passive heal and her active heal. So I would recommend Graveyard will be great with her, 3M will be great with her, and then I would say maybe a Royal Hogs deck, and then probably an Elixir Golem deck is good with her too. Golem, I don't know. The Golem itself doesn't benefit. The support troops do. So I would say Elixir Golem, unfortunately, is probably better with her because the heal is good for the mini forms that do a bunch of damage. So yeah, that's it for my thoughts on the balance update. Oh, one small change they also are going to include, I don't know if they're going to write it up or not, is, I mentioned this before, but they made it to where, I don't know if it's live in this form, or this beta form we're testing or whatever, but and I don't know how impactful it'll be. Maybe you don't even notice it. But they did, once again, they did it a little bit before, but they slightly increased how fast cards get back to your hand. And it gets faster as it goes to double and triple elixir. So this is it's a small buff to cycle decks. But I don't know if you can actually test it. We'll just look real quick. It was increased by quite a bit number-wise, but I don't know if you can tell, the cards just snap to your hand just a little bit quicker than they used to. So if you're a cycle deck user, maybe that'll help. Especially in double elixir, it's supposed to ramp up quite a bit. So I'm not quite sure how good it is. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And like I said, I'll be doing these videos in the future. Please enter code ColtonW83 in the shop. Subscribe and like if you guys enjoy this type of content. And yeah, so pro balance update thoughts before or as updates are coming out. I'll be doing videos like that from now on. And let me know if there's any other kind of update content you'd like to see. Of course, I can go through all the changes, and there's like the Christmas arena and stuff as well. But I thought maybe what I'm best geared for is giving you guys my thoughts on balance changes and new cards specifically. So yeah, let me know what you guys want me to do in the future, and I will be doing videos like this consistently, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.